introduce yourself to us?
Okay, my name is Amidu Mohammed. I'm the founder and creative director of Plastibuild Creative Solutions. I'm a circular economy professional and a sustainability expert, and I deal with waste.
Okay. What inspired you to start your company in this field?
Well, I should say my environment did.
Okay.
I grew up in Bariga area of Lagos,
Nice.
and waking up, especially during the rainy season, seeing the drainages blocked with tires and plastics. Every day our street looks like a swimming pool. You know, it keeps dawning on me that is this how it's going to continue to be? Whenever rain is falling and you want to move from one point to another, you need to, roll your trousers up for you to swim, you know, literally swim to the other side. So I felt like that was a problem,
Okay.
and every problem needs a solution.
Solution.
So the process started. I came across some stuffs online on how some guys were making some really pretty things with waste, plastic waste, tire waste, and the rest of that. So I started with plastic waste. And what did I do with plastic waste then? I collected plastic waste and I took them through some, as a chemistry student, so through some rules of polymerization and the rest of it, I converted them into bricks. So the first experiment I did was that after melting those plastic waste, mixing them with sand, I was able to, have a what do you call a a concrete mixture. Not really concrete, but we call it something like I can't really recall what it's called now. But
Okay.
it's molten plastic and sand, a composite mixture. Yes, that's the
Okay.
word. So I now use that composite mixture to fill a crack in the wall of my house. So after filling it, that crack has been filled for like 3 to 5 times, but it keeps cracking and breaking up. So after I used that plastic composite mixture to fill it for more than a year,
Did
it
not
was
crack.
still up till now. It is still there. So
Okay.
that made me to rethink that means this waste actually
Value.
has value.
Yes.
So I did more research about how it can be used for building and the rest of it. So I was able to discover that plastics actually could act as binding materials in building. And that was how I started making bricks from
Plastic.
plastic. And that was what
Wow.
bettered the name of my company, Plastic Build.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
That's nice. Could you explain what a circular economy is and why it's important for sustainability?
Okay, circular economy is a closed loop system. It's a system whereby nothing is waste. As environmentalists, we believe that nothing is waste until you term it a waste. Anything at all could actually be, reuse, reduce, recycle, the reuse
Reuse.
continue, keeps going, keeps going. If you have your end of life tires like from your cars, for me it's not waste, it's money. You might see it as it, but when I collect it, I can just give me like 2 3 hours. I'll convert it into a luxury furniture, and that luxury furniture can worth up to 75,000 naira.
Oh,
What you're sitting on like this, I can recreate it with tires. I can use plastic waste to recreate furnitures, interior decorations, and all
that's
of those things.
impressive.
Exactly.
That's
So, in a circular economy, we believe everything just keeps
on and
going
on and on.
for as long as it can go. It can't, keep going for eternity, but at least it stays in the loop for a very long period of time.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. Can you share an example of a successful circular economy project or initiative your startup has been involved with?
Okay, one of the most iconic circular economy initiative that Plastic has been a part of is the University of Lagos Green Hub. The University of Lagos Green Hub is a building located within the University of Lagos main shopping complex. It was built with 70% recycled materials. Up to the furnitures that were used there were made from discarded tires. The barriers that were made there, they were made from plastic bottles. The decorations, like the wall clocks, were made from what do you call it? Plastic spoons and the rest of it. The building itself is a recycled container because it was a container that was lying somewhere in the campus and nobody was using it. So we came up with the initiative up till the energy that powers the green hub itself. It's a renewable energy because it is solar powered. So 70% of the green hub itself is a product of circular procurement, and that
Yes.
is circular economy,
Economy.
meaning that they are all recycled products.
Yes.
The main reason why circular procurement is important is because, let me use an example of our green forestation and the rest of it. According to the Nigerian Conservation Foundation, the NCF, we have lost 96% of our forest covers to deforestation, which are like due to furniture, due to building and the rest of it. The remaining 4% that we have left is still being harvested for furniture.
Okay.
That was why I came in and said, oh, we have 4% left. That's a very minimal number. And the United Nations framework on climate change conservation, what's it called? Conference says that UNFCCC, they say that we need at least 25% of the forest cover of Nigeria for us to withstand the climate catastrophe that is coming. We have just 4% left, and this 4% is still being harvested by the likes of what do you call it? Life Made Furnitures and all of these furniture companies and the rest of it. They don't like to hear this because they are not doing anything to protect it. They are all concerned about their business. Most times they do what we call greenwashing. They let people know that they are eco-friendly, but if you check actually their process, their production process, they are not really being eco-friendly. They are doing more harm to the environment.
Okay.
So that was why we came in and said, okay, let us use these tires. Tires, Nigeria generates 259 million end of life tires every year. And that's why you see them burning all around, blocking drainages and all of this. And those things are waste. So why can't we just take this, get the young people engaged in creative processes and convert them into luxury furnitures
Yes.
instead of going to harvest,
Through
wood from
the
the forest. So by you are taking away the waste of the tires, and you are saving the forest. You get. So by that way, we are creating jobs and we are protecting our environment. So by doing that, we are balancing both angles.
Okay.
So
So what year exactly did you start?
the year exactly that I started, I would say around 2018, unofficially, because I
Okay.
was in school then. I felt like, because while I was in school, I told myself that it's not all about book. I needed to do some other extracurricular things, and that was how I get engaged in.
How did you get to convince people? Like, how did you tell them I want to use plastic bottles to do this? And they would listen to you.
They won't listen.
They won't listen.
Yes, they won't listen. When you try to convince them, you don't even try to convince them because you won't be able to convince them
Yes.
until you've done it
Okay.
and they've seen it.
Okay.
They've seen the reality.
Okay.
When I told people on my street that I was going to make what do you call it, a cushion from tire, everybody was just laughing. I went to meet a what do you call it, furniture guys, and I was like, because the way I work is I believe in the power of collaboration.
Okay.
I didn't learn furniture or carpentry. I only know waste. So I went to meet them. I was like, Baba Sodiq, Alpha, mo fẹ́
Because to do
mo
this,
fẹ́ ṣe táyà pẹ̀lú mo fẹ́ ṣe chair pẹ̀lú táyà. He was like, are you okay?
how?
So they were arguing. It was like it was not possible until it got to a point when he asked me the question, how? And that's where the collaboration starts.
Started. Yes.
And I say, okay, tabak the tire ECB by, if you put the tire here, if you put this here, if you put this here, we'll be able to get it. He brings his technical expertise and I bring my subject expertise and we work together. So that idea, by doing that, him as a furniture maker is able to learn the skills of how to integrate waste into what they are doing. And same thing goes with our footwears. EcoFit footwears.
Okay.
When I went to meet the cobbler that I was going to make a shoe from tire, the guy was like,
This is made from tire.
yeah,
Wow.
it's
Can
made
I?
from tire.
Can. Wow. Okay.
And I'm wearing same.
This is good.
I'm wearing same. So when I went to meet the cobbler that I wanted to make a shoe from tire, it was like, Amidu, are you okay? Do you think it's everything that is book? I said it's not about book, it's about practicality. We'll make it. He argued with me for a long time that it was not going to be possible. I said
Possible.
it would be possible. Then he eventually asked me how. I always wait for them to ask me that question, how? Because how is where the collaboration starts. You get. So when he asked me and I said, okay, we'll get the tires, we'll peel it, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. We did some prototypes. As usual, it failed. I was the one that has to keep, they were telling me that Shibu told you to fish,
To
Shibu
know
told you
what.
to know what. Eventually until it's worked. And this product you are seeing like this has gotten the attention of the Lagos State government.
Wow.
Yeah. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has endorsed it as a social impact project. He has even ordered for about 500 pairs of
That's
this
that's
of
nice.
this product for children in Makoko community and the rest of it. Because the idea is these children are just going to school without footwears. The footwears they buy, in how many months it's gone. But this one can last you 24 months without replacement.
2 years.
2 years or
Wow.
even more. Because you can't compare your own weight with the weight of a car. Talking about the tread. So it's all about, and the thing is, at Plastibuild Creative Solutions, we are limitless because any waste we see, even though we don't know what to do with it today, we'll still keep it. Something will come up. So that's how we
Wow.
flow. Thank you.
Okay. How does circular procurement differ from traditional procurement, and why is it relevant today?
Okay. Circular procurement. If you buy this footwear, you'll be making a circular procurement
Mm.
instead of you buying a leather footwear. Because the leather footwear that you are buying, an animal was killed for you to get it. And you are reducing, the animals that are already in extinction, they are still killing more for you to be able to wear a shoe. But this, you are using waste.
To
The
make it.
tires that the area boys are using to fight, they will light up and, pollute the environment and everything. That's what you are using to, you are wearing. And it's actually comfortable and it's rigid on the floor.
It's not
So
slippery.
it's not slippery. Look at the tread now.
It's very strong.
The only thing is that, like, somebody was joking with you and like, Amidu, whenever you are selling this thing, make sure you don't sell it to our mothers. Because if you end up selling it to our mothers and any mother gets angry and
Ah.
so that's how strong it is. And you're helping to clean up the environment with
Okay.
your purchase.
Okay.
So it's a green purchase. Yeah.
Could you share a case where circular procurement led to cost savings or reduced environmental impact?
Okay. Thank you. If you want to buy, let me use another example rather. Um, if I want to buy this, what do you call it?
Couch. Cushion.
This cushion or this seat from, let's say, Life Mate Furniture now, it won't cost anything less than 100,000 naira. But if you are buying it from me, because I'm using circular processes and circular products, tires and all of those things to make it, it shouldn't go for anything more than 70,000 naira. So you have saved yourself about 30k.
Okay. 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 What advice would you give to businesses adopting circular procurement practices?
Businesses adopting circular procurement practices should let the world know that they are adopting circular procurement practices because of the category of consumers we call the eco-conscious consumers. Somebody like me, I'm an eco-conscious consumer. Before I buy any product, I look at the environmental impact. I put it on a scale, on a virtual scale. Is it going to have more impact on the environment or not? But if I know that you are practicing circular procurement, definitely it will have lesser environmental impact. So
Impact.
that makes
Yes.
me, to go. So if you
Okay.
add it to your branding and everything, but they should avoid greenwashing. Greenwashing is when you are lying that you are you are eco-friendly and you are
You're
not.
not.
It's actually a criminal offense because if you are caught,
Hmm. Let's go to eco consumerism. What is eco consumerism?
okay, eco-consumerism is when as a consumer
Mm.
you think about the environment first before making a purchase.
Mm.
For example, every day, due to Lagos traffic, everybody drinks at least one bottle of water at minimum. So if you can avoid, always buying bottled water and all of those things, and get yourself a refillable
Bottom.
bottle, you are being eco-conscious.
Okay.
You are practicing eco-consumerism. You get when you go to the restaurant to buy food and you buy the food you can finish, not because somebody is paying for your food. You Apart from that, it's not ethical, it's also not environmental, because that food would be wasted and it will be releasing toxic gases into the atmosphere, greenhouse gases. So eco-consumerism is when you buy things and think of the environment, the impact your purchase is making on the environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you think individuals can make more sustainable consumer choices? Like, you will not just, I think it's common in Nigeria now, somebody will just drink and throw nylon or bottle and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, sustainability. We need to practice sustainability as a lifestyle.
Okay.
Yes, as a lifestyle. The same Nigerians that drop, plastic and all of these things anywhere here in Nigeria, even at the airport, the boarding gate, you can't just eat and drop it there. Instantly, they will tell you
Actually.
to pick it. Talk less of when you get out. Even within Nigeria, somewhere in let me use somewhere in Abuja, around area 11 in Gariki. You can't just eat anything and
And
just
trash it.
trash it anyhow.
Yes.
I think we need to imbibe it as a lifestyle. Somebody like me now, if I enter a public transport and I take anything, my bag is always, I keep my trash in my bag, such that even my junior ones, whenever I get to, they're like, "Hey, welcome, welcome." They collect my bag, they open it, and all they see is trash. They're like, "Ah, so what's this?" I said, "You pull,
Cannot
no,
throw it on the floor.
can't throw it on the floor. I have to bring it back home, or whenever I find the nearest trash bin." So it's a lifestyle that we need to imbibe.
Yes.
If you start practicing it as a lifestyle, when you start dropping it on the floor, you start feeling that something is itching you, because it's not your lifestyle.
Yes.
So when we get to that stage of adopting it as a lifestyle, then things will get better.
So basically, we should be conscious about our environment.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. How can businesses and startups align their products and services with eco consumerism principles?
Okay. One thing about environmental sustainability is that environmental sustainability is limitless. No matter the sector you practice in, there is somewhere, some way, some like somehow for you to, be environmentally conscious. Tell me you are a you own a transport company. Look at God is good
Okay.
logistics.
Okay, logistics.
If you go to their their office at Bagada, they already have a, what do you call it, an electric EV charging station, electric vehicle charging station. They are changing their fleet gradually to electric vehicles.
Yes.
You get why are they doing that? Because they realize that these vehicles that they are using, the normal vehicles they are using, they are releasing emissions. Do you get?
Yes.
Look at companies like Ohando Oil and Gas. They used to be Ohando Oil and Gas. All of a sudden, they turned to Ohando Energies. Total Oil and Gas turned to Total Energies.
They've
They didn't
moved.
just choose, because they realized that there is a particular group of consumers that they need to
Gotta bring.
bring into their their customer base,
Yes.
and those guys are eco conscious. Somebody like me now, if I'm to buy fuel from any of those filling stations now, and I see Ohando Oil and Gas, and I see Total Energies, I'll go to Total Energies because Total Energies is already, practicing renewable energy principles. Do you get? So
Yes.
every sector you practice in, either you are in digital communications, you are in technology, just name it, there is somewhere, some way for you to practice environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability has gone beyond it's only those in the environment sector. No. It's now everybody's business. Look at yesterday when the massive rain fell in Lagos. Everybody was grounded, including
Yeah.
myself. We're literally swimming. We still had a clean up yesterday, but everywhere was flooded. Even up till now, as I was coming, some streets are still flooded. So that is the more reason why everybody needs to get involved in environment. It's not only when you plant trees. Planting trees is not the only way to tackle environmental pollution or
Problems.
climate change. It's just one of the ways. Yeah.
Yes. So, how can individuals and communities transition towards a more sustainable lifestyle?
Okay. How can individuals and communities transition towards a more sustainable lifestyle? Just like we have said earlier, individuals should adopt sustainability as a lifestyle.
Yes.
They should stop from the waste that you generate at home. Stop, packing everything together. They should sort them. Plastic separate, electronic waste separate, organic waste separate. Sort it, because one of the things that make what do you call it, waste management difficult is sorting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're able to sort your waste from your source, okay, as I finish drinking my, let's say, Coca-Cola now, I put it in a separate dedicated bin for plastics. If I get what do you call it, biscuit wrappers, I'm not supposed to put it there because they are not the same type of waste.
Mm.
Biscuit wrapper that we see most times, they are not, recyclable into what the plastic bottles are recyclable. Plastic bottles are usually sometimes they make them to use them to make clothes. Our jerseys, our sneakers,
Mm.
Nike and Adidas buy all of those shredded plastics. They have been exported to them. They use them to make new jerseys and wears. There's a fellow climate entrepreneur called Planet Stereo Adejoke Lasisi. She's in Ibadan. She makes school bags from nylons. Yeah,
Wow.
yes. She makes school bags from nylons. The opportunities in environmental sustainability are endless, just as much as your eyes can see.
Don't know if I'll say individuals are they just being ignorant of the fact that we're supposed to do this or supposed to do this, or they're not well informed. Like,
One of the challenge we're having is poverty, because if you want to talk to somebody about climate change and the person is hungry, you cannot meet somebody that is hungry or somebody that has not eaten for, has not even gotten something to eat. You are telling the person about climate change as if you're just blabbing. So that's why we need to bring the social enterprise approach. Teach them how to make money from this waste. Then you tell them about climate change.
okay,
Because they're already making money from it. Now you can talk about climate change. Or
okay,
somebody that is hungry, somebody that has not eaten since
yeah,
morning, you're not telling me, So,
yes. Can you tell us about an inspiring initiative or project your startup is involved in to promote sustainable living? Okay, I think you've said it.
okay. Currently now, about promoting sustainable living, there's a project we are building at the moment. We want to build a community of eco-conscious consumers because a lot of us are, breeding sustainable products. Talk of quad loop lantern, talk of planet 3R bags, talk about our eco-fit footwear and all of these things. We need people that can buy them, And only those that can buy them are those that know the value of sustainable products. So what we are doing is currently now we are building a community of eco-conscious consumers.
Okay.
These are a group of people that were like letting them understand the real message behind eco-consumerism. They are the markets. We're building a niche market because it's a niche market at the moment. Right now, sustainable consumers in Nigeria are just 14% of the traditional consumers.
Just 14.
Yes, in the US it's 60%, in South Africa it's 40%, and Nigeria we're still at 14%. That number needs to grow.
We need to do
The
better.
goal is that within the next 5 years, would have grown that number to at least 50%. So we're building that community of eco-conscious consumers. Then there's what we call nature's best shop. It's an online marketplace that we're also building so that these people, when we grow this community of eco-conscious consumers, anything sustainable that they need, they can find it at nature's best shop. Nature's best shop is an online marketplace that we're building. So the idea is you gather the customers, give them the markets, everything they need at a one-stop shop. Yeah, so that's one of our biggest projects that we are building now.
Okay. Okay. What are some practical tips for our listeners to incorporate sustainability into their daily lives? Do you? Okay. Yeah.
Okay. One of the tips I'll give is if you can afford it, get a bicycle and avoid entering keke. Get a bicycle, cycle more, trek more than using fuel powered vehicles, and also use the 3R, the three major: reduce, reuse,
Recycle.
recycle. There are more, but these three are their mothers: reduce,
Reuse.
reduce, recycle.
Recycle. Okay.
So those are the three major tips.
Okay.